Hi, Kevin Blanche. I'm going to start this video with a question to everybody. Name the country and the year. Dozens, many dozens of hijackings. 15 in 1 month. Dozens in 1 year. A lot of them done, most of them done by Islamic radicals threatening to fly the planes into nuclear power plants. Name the country and the year. The United States, 1969, 1970, 1970, well 69 I think we had 40 something, 70 I think we had 36, but anyway it goes on and on and on and on. So I'm going to get into the debate. I get so many emails on the conspiracy of 9/11, and don't get me wrong when I say that, you know, Muhammad Ali did this, that I don't believe in conspiracies, and I just think the conspiracy theorists have this backwards. I think they're on the wrong end of it. Terrorism is nothing new in America. My God, the White House was burnt down, what, in the early 19th century by the English, floated up the Potomac. I mean, remember Sirhan when he killed the man who was going to be president of the United States? You know, that's terrorism. Oklahoma City, it was terrorism. I mean, terrorism comes in a lot of different forms. It's nothing new in America. It's been going on forever and ever and ever and ever. Like I said, in the early 70s, what has changed in America is the way we react to it now. We react to it through fear-mongering. Our political parties have learned how to fear-monger you, and you know, it goes back to this great quote of FDR, we have none to fear but fear itself. You know, that's the right in this country. The GOP, via Vox, has fallen right into the terrorism's hands. That's what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted fear. They're just going to debt. That's what they were up to. I mean, it's crazy. Now look, as far as 9/11 goes, I put up a video, you know, I get tons of things about conspiracy. The conspiracies have this wrong as far as they want to focus on supposedly bombs in the towers. BS on that. Why don't you focus on the real conspiracy angle? Who funded Muhammad Ali? He was Egyptian, the rest were Saudis. They all come from the Arabian Peninsula. All of them came from the Arabian Peninsula. 16 were Saudis. The mastermind, Muhammad Ali, was Egyptian. You know, one from Yemen, and I believe one from Jordan. You know, we understand the repression of that regime, and I'll tell the terrorists, you know, they're sociopath sickos. They're crazy. They're wackos. Look, as Americans, we all know, as we're working class, 99.9% of we don't have a voice what happens in this country. Look, what has gone on in the entire world is nothing but the wealth repression of the poor via military might. We understand all that, but the conspiracy angle people need to get serious about is the money. Muhammad Ali, who funded him and what? And the Saudis. Look, name the countries on earth that no Western media is allowed in whatsoever. None. North Korea, Saudi Arabia. There's no Western journalists in there. They were all Saudis. They're funded by the Saudis, and we know that the Bush administration in bed with the Saudis. Big time. We know this. Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11 exposed all that. That movie is on it. Everybody thought he was all radical crazy. Every single thing he said in that movie come to be perfect. I mean, talk about it. Years from now, people looking at that movie, they're going to say, wow, talk about being ahead of your time. He was a genius in that movie. So, when it comes to the context of the conspiracies of 9/11, let's take it back. I was a derivative trader at the time. You do know that they went in and they bought puts way out of the money on the airline stocks. They knew what they were doing. So these were people that did this. And I remember Bush coming out and saying, well, we're going to track the money, blah, 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 blah. Well, in the derivatives market, as a derivative trader, we're not like stock. We don't have T+3. You don't buy it and then the money exchanges 3-4 days from that. They're exchanged the next day. We have T+1 in the derivative markets. Now, nobody buys way out of the money puts or calls. Nobody, except for the crazy-ass gamblers and the insiders. Well, I'm the crazy-ass gambler. I've been buying way out of the money puts and calls for years because I'm a crazy-ass gambler. I mean, I take huge risks. That's the only people that do that. Because they're huge risks. 90% of the time, you're going to lose all your money. You know, I take small shots and go way out of it. But if you get lucky, something crazy happens, you make gargantuous scores. And the only other people are insiders who know what's going to go down. So look, I remember they were tracking the money, and the money flowed back through Irish banks and everything, and all of a sudden it just stops. There's your conspiracy. Not focusing on the towers coming down. The money. The money. Who bought those puts on the airlines and the derivatives? Saudis. You know, any Western journals allowed in Saudi. Ben Laden, Saudi. I mean, come on. There's your conspiracy. Bush, every business he ever had funded by the Saudis. The king, the royal family, and him like this. You know, he drives around the Batmobile. There's your conspiracy angle. Right there. The people that funded this. Not the bombs in the tower itself. And the conspiracy, what happened after. The biggest conspiracy in American history happened via 9/11 after the Iraqi war. Literally. The CBO himself says in the long run it's going to cost us $35 trillion. We're arguing over, you know, the entire budget debate over $1 trillion. There's where our money went. There's where our money went. It went to this freaking conspiracy Iraqi war. It made a lot of people rich. A lot of money funded out of Iraq. $100 bills, cash flowed out. There was all kinds of investigation that it was just went to Swiss bank accounts. Now I'm going to put another video right now. I'm going to shut this one off and I'm going to do another one on the Swiss bank accounts and the names being released. But there's your conspiracy. Your conspiracy is the money. The Saudis, the Mohammed Atatürk, and who funded this. And the Bush was tied in with them. Yes. Okay? There's your conspiracy. Not bombs in the tower brought it down. You're getting off in a distracted freaking mode. I mean, good journalism and good people that are digging into this, and there are some good people that are digging in. Dig into that angle. Go to the Saudi angle. Kevin Blanch, everybody sick of winter yet? The winter of freaking 2011. Whoa, we'll be freaking talking about this one for a while. We had 100-mile-an-hour winds here last night.